Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a magnetic excursion update Saturday, February 22nd, 7:45 p.m. Mountain Time, 2025. A strong earthquake swarm is ongoing in Bárðarbunga Volcano. This has been followed by several smaller quakes, and the earthquake swarm is still ongoing. Keep calm. It's boom time. An atmospheric river bringing heavy rain and snow to the northwest. This is the next in a series of surface lows to move in the Pacific Northwest that will carry with it a strong jet stream that will efficiently transport moisture into the region. And the National Weather Service warns of potential Oregon flooding due to the atmospheric river and heavy rainfall forecast. Some regions could be picking up to 7 inches of rain. It's insane. There you go. Here's the forecast for the next 5 days. 7 inches in the, what color is that? Lavender. And so many areas at threat for flooding. And here's the full forecast. We've got an atmospheric river in the Pacific Northwest and the Northern Rockies this weekend. A Pacific storm and atmospheric river will impact the Pacific Northwest states and the Northern Rockies this weekend, bringing locally heavy low elevation rains and heavy high elevation snows in the mountains. By Sunday, over the interior Northwest, rain combined with snowmelt will increase the risk of flood hazards, and flood watches are in effect in the green. Winter storm watches warnings in the blue. Who knew? Now you do. Go to weather.gov and click on your county for more information. And the snowfall forecast through the 10th of March looking pretty epic for the central U.S. and the East. Look at that. But let's see what is going to be bringing this. Taking a look at the GFS model, you can see that atmospheric river making its way in overnight, and it will be heavy. Sunday and into Monday, the atmospheric river continues. A little bit of weather, severe weather in Louisiana here Sunday, the end of the weekend. But that should be minor. And by Monday, that severe weather will move across southern Florida there. We could see some snow up in the Great Lakes here moving over as the Pacific Northwest continues to get pummeled through Wednesday. And then that breaks up and translates over here to the Great Lakes, where it will bring precipitation and a line of showers from Texas all the way to Maine. Well, that's through mid next week, February 27th. Wednesday, the 26th, we will be on the podcast, quite frankly, so check that out. Let's look at the total snowfall, which is going to be mostly in the Pacific Northwest. The next few days, there will be some light snow up in New England here at the ski resorts, but through Wednesday, we're talking heavy snow, some areas 4 feet or more in Washington State, and 16 inches or more to the high elevations of Idaho, western Montana, and portions of northwestern Wyoming. We'll move it through the week here. Thursday, Friday, Saturday of next week, Sunday, Monday, March 3rd, 4th, 5th. These models are way out, but what it's showing is there is a snowy pattern through March. Shut up, Al. Get in your hole. Al Gore says it doesn't snow anymore. Seismic update. You can see one of the biggest rumblers on the map is at Bárðarbunga, 5.1 in Iceland. Overall, low-level activity. We do have a slight uptick in moderate earthquakes here on the west coast. The coast with the most, well, not really. A strong earthquake swarm is ongoing at Bárðarbunga Volcano. The evening of February 22nd, an earthquake with a magnitude of 5.2 took place at Bárðarbunga Volcano. This has been followed by several smaller earthquakes, and this earthquake swarm seems to be ongoing. This earthquake activity, with the green stars there, is possibly magma trying to find a path to the surface. If it's going to be successful now is another story. It is possible for the magma to fail this time. And it is difficult to know how this is going to evolve and progress. If magma does come out under the glacier, it will melt a huge portion of it, releasing pressure, and then we'll get a boom. We'll get a boom at with several 3 magnitude and a 5.2 magnitude, and it is currently ongoing. Bárðarbunga, let's talk about it real quick here. The general information. It's a large central volcano of Bárðarbunga, lies beneath the northwest part of the Vatnajökull ice cap, northwest of Grímsvötn volcano. Contains a subglacial 700-meter deep caldera, and the related fissure systems includes the Vientvötn and the Trollagígar fissures. Who knew? Now you do. It had multiple eruptive events, uncertain, 2014, 2008, 2006, 5, 2002. So this baby does erupt, but the subglacial eruptions usually just cause jokulips, or glacial outburst floods. There was a confirmed VEI 0 in 2014, and this baby has gone at VEI 6 back in 1477. So, Bárðarbunga is getting busy. The rest of the erupting volcanoes for the day: White Island to 6,000 feet. You can see a streamer there. Ducono to 9,000 feet. We've got Ibu to 8,000 feet. Con Leon, 9,000 foot puff. White Island, 5,000 foot puff, following the 6,000 foot puff. Liwatobi to 6,000. Swanosima to 6,000. Semeru on the list. Liwatobi to 10,000 today. Santa Guito to 14,000 feet. Telika to 5,000 feet, Sakurajima to 8,000, Ibu to 8, White Island to 2,000, and Sakurajima, 8,000 foot puff there. Semeru, 14,000 foot blast, Liwatobi to 6,000. And that wraps up worldwide volcano news for the day. Space weather looking bleak the last 24 hours, all quiet in the sea range. 3-day geomagnetic forecast is all quiet, and we've got some coronal holes that will be facing us in a few days that we'll be talking about. The secretive X-37B spaceplane snapped this picture of Earth from its orbit. The X-37B has been in space since December 2023 for its 7th mission. It's not every day we get to see a glimpse of what a mysterious spaceplane is up to in orbit. The U.S. Space Force shared this picture, says was snapped last year by the X-37B, showing Earth in the distance and a bit of the craft itself. The X-37B launched on its 7th mission at the end of 2023 and is far out in space. Here is the X-37B, and you can see a maintenance worker here standing next to it. It's not that big of a craft. It's an unmanned craft. Look, there's not even a window. It's a drone flying around space, doing space stuff. And just a few minutes over on Rumble at Magnetic Reversal News, a wonderful expose on the Chelyabinsk airburst event, as well as Tunguska. We'll talk about the 2 greatest asteroid impact events in modern times. So join us over at Magnetic Reversal News in just a few minutes for Chelyabinsk and Tunguska airburst events first-hand eyewitness accounts. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please hit the thumbs up and share the video. Migrate over to Magnetic Reversal News on Rumble and join us there for an hour of amazing discovery. We love each and every one of you. Be safe, and that is a boom.